I am Deputy Chief Carter. First name is Finley, last name is Carter. I am the Public Information Officer for the City of Wayne Police Department. Today I have Chief Strong from our agency who will be briefing you and updating you with all of the information that we have up to this time.
On Sunday, June 22nd, 2025, CrossPointe Community Church in Wayne, Michigan, became the scene of a terrifying incident. As the morning service was underway, with around 150 congregants present, a suspected active shooter approached the building. The individual, identified as Brian Anthony Browning, 31, was heavily armed, wearing a tactical vest and carrying an AR-15 style rifle and a semi-automatic handgun, along with hundreds of rounds of ammunition. The unfolding events were partially captured on the church's live stream, which quickly shifted from broadcasting a peaceful service to showing a scene of panic and urgent action. A church deacon, noticing Browning's approach, made a courageous and decisive move. He used his pickup truck to strike Browning, effectively slowing his advance and preventing him from immediately entering the church building. This quick thinking bought precious seconds that would prove vital in saving lives.
At 11:06 a.m., the Wayne Police Department received multiple 911 calls regarding an active shooter at CrossPointe Church, 36125 Glenwood. CrossPointe Church is a large church located on the north border of Wayne. Officers arrived and determined that the suspect arrived at the church and began to drive recklessly, drawing the attention of church staff members. The suspect exited his vehicle wearing a tactical vest, armed with a long gun and a handgun.
Simultaneously, the church's volunteer security teams sprang into action. These trained individuals, including volunteer Jay Trombley, confronted the threat directly. During this confrontation, one security guard was shot in the leg. Fortunately, his injuries were non-life-threatening, and he was quickly tended to. The security team successfully neutralized Browning, preventing him from causing further harm inside the crowded sanctuary. Police units were dispatched immediately after receiving multiple 911 calls, arriving swiftly at the scene to find the situation largely contained thanks to the heroic actions of the church members. Later that day, the Wayne Police Department held a press conference to provide an official update on the incident. Police Chief Mark Blackwell described the suspect, Brian Anthony Browning, as a 31-year-old man armed with an AR-15 style rifle, a semi-automatic handgun, and carrying hundreds of rounds of ammunition. Chief Blackwell confirmed that Browning was shot and killed by the church's security team before he could enter the main sanctuary, where most of the congregation was gathered. One security guard was injured during the confrontation but was treated and released with non-life-threatening wounds. The police investigation revealed that Browning had no prior criminal record, which surprised many in the community. However, authorities found additional firearms and ammunition at his home. Browning's mother was a member of the church, and he had attended services sporadically over the past year. While the motive remains unclear, police believe Browning was experiencing a mental health crisis. The church's pastor had met with him months earlier, during which Browning expressed unusual religious beliefs and claimed to be a prophet. Despite these warning signs, no one anticipated the violent attack. The police emphasized the importance of the quick actions taken by the church security and the deacon, crediting them with preventing a potentially devastating mass shooting. Officers also urged the community to remain vigilant and report any suspicious behavior. In the days following the shooting, the community of Wayne, Michigan, grappled with shock and grief but also demonstrated remarkable resilience and unity. Local leaders, clergy, and residents came together to support the victims, their families, and all those affected by the traumatic event. Several prayer vigils and memorial services were held at CrossPointe Community Church and other nearby places of worship. These gatherings offered a space for healing, reflection, and solidarity. The church's pastor spoke openly about the need for forgiveness, faith, and the strength found in community bonds despite the tragedy. Mental health professionals were brought in to provide counseling and trauma support to survivors and witnesses. Many people who were present during the shooting reported ongoing anxiety, nightmares, and difficulty processing the experience. The church and local organizations worked tirelessly to ensure that anyone in need could access help. The incident also sparked a broader conversation about safety in places of worship. Many churches in the region began reviewing and upgrading their security protocols, investing in training for volunteer security teams, and strengthening communication with local law enforcement. Wayne Police increased patrols around churches and community centers, emphasizing a commitment to public safety and swift response to threats. Chief Blackwell highlighted the importance of preparedness, encouraging other congregations to develop emergency plans and conduct regular drills. At the same time, the shooting raised awareness about mental health challenges and the importance of early intervention. Experts stress that communities, including faith groups, play a crucial role in recognizing signs of distress and connecting individuals to support before situations escalate. The investigation into Brian Browning's motives continued, but no clear explanation emerged. Authorities described the case as complex, involving personal struggles that may never be fully understood. Despite this, the focus remained on honoring the courage of those who acted to protect others and on preventing future tragedies. The Wayne Church shooting serves as a stark reminder of the unpredictable dangers facing communities today. Yet, it also stands as a powerful example of how quick thinking, bravery, and community spirit can save lives and foster healing. The days and weeks after the shooting at CrossPointe Community Church were some of the hardest the Wayne community has faced. The shock of what happened still lingers, but so does a strong sense of togetherness and determination to heal. People keep talking about the moment when the deacon drove his truck right into the shooter. It wasn't just a brave act, it was a life-saving one. Many say if he hadn't acted so quickly, the shooter might have made it inside the church, where hundreds were gathered. The security team, volunteers who had trained for emergencies but never expected to face one like this, stepped up and stopped the threat. Their courage is still being honored by the church and the whole town. But heroism is only part of the story. The shooting left deep wounds, not just physical but emotional. Many who were inside the church that day say they can't forget the sound of gunfire, the screams, or the chaos that followed. Some struggle with nightmares or anxiety. Families who lost their sense of safety are trying to find peace again. To help, the church opened its doors for counseling sessions. Mental health professionals came in to talk with survivors and their families. The community organized prayer vigils and support groups where people could share their feelings and find comfort. These gatherings became a place to remember those who were hurt and to stand together against fear. The tragedy also sparked serious conversations about how churches and other public places can stay safe. Many local churches reviewed their security plans, started training volunteer teams, and worked closely with police. The Wayne Police Department increased patrols, especially around places of worship, and held public meetings to listen to concerns and explain how they're working to keep everyone safe. Mental health awareness became a key focus too. Experts reminded the community that violence often comes from untreated pain or illness. They urged families, friends, and church leaders to watch for signs of trouble and to encourage people to seek help early, before things spiral out of control. The investigation into Brian Browning's motives continues, but many admit they may never fully understand why he did it. What is clear is that the community's quick response saved many lives and showed the power of courage and faith in the darkest moments. Wayne's story is a reminder that tragedy can strike anywhere, but it also teaches us about the strength found in standing together. It's about ordinary people doing extraordinary things, protecting their neighbors, supporting each other, and refusing to be broken by fear. As the community rebuilds, the hope is that this painful chapter will lead to lasting change, stronger safety measures, better mental health support, and a deeper sense of connection among people. This story is not just about what happened on that day. It's about what comes after. The healing, the lessons learned, and the promise to protect one another no matter what. Thank you for listening to this account of the Wayne Church shooting and the police update. If you want to learn more or hear personal stories from survivors, just let me know.